Like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Naomi Campbell recalls the racism she faced early in her modeling career. Naomi Campbell has reflected on the racism she faced early in her modeling career. The 53-year-old supermodel opened up about some of her experiences in the fashion industry in the upcoming Apple TV documentary, The Supermodels, which also stars modeling legend Cindy Crawford, Linda Evangelista and Christy Turlington. During an episode of the show, premiering September 20, Campbell reflected on growing up in the United Kingdom before moving to the United States as a child. According to US Weekly, she said that although she experienced racism as a child, for example when she was 5 years old, and someone called her a racist word, she didn't let it affect her self-image. I wouldn't accept it in that being bullied at school because of the color of my skin, she said. My mother paid my school fees like everyone else. I had every right to be there. So take your bullying somewhere else. That's what I felt. Campbell also added that her mother had a few reservations when she moved to New York to pursue modeling. Modeling back then was somehow looked down upon in my family. My mother had no idea I was doing any of this, she said, before noting that she continued her career anyway. I started to understand culturally that I had to work really hard to feel accepted, she said. There was no way I could go home with my tail between my legs. I wanted to go harder and further. According to US Weekly, the Apple TV show continued with Campbell recalling some of the stereotypes about people of color that she had observed as she adjusted to life in New York City in the 80s and 90s. She recounted a particular experience when she and Turlington got into a taxi, and the driver apparently assumed that she lived in Brooklyn because she was a black woman. I often reached out my hands on the streets of New York City, and the taxis were flying by, Campbell remembers. Then Christy would reach out and they would stop. The guy would say, "I